Long ago, in a kingdom of rolling hills, there lived a gentle girl named Ella. Ella lived with her father, who loved her more than anything in the whole wide world. Her father always told her to have courage and always be kind, no matter what. Ella kept those words in her heart every single day, no matter how hard things got. Sadly, when Ella was still young, her dear mother passed away peacefully one quiet morning. Her father grieved deeply, and after some time, he hoped to find happiness again. He remarried a proud, elegant woman named Lady Voss, who had 2 daughters of her own. At first, things seemed fine, but Lady Voss's kindness toward Ella was never quite real. Then, one winter, Ella's father fell very ill on a long journey far from home. He never came home. Ella was left alone with a stepfamily who did not love her at all. From that day on, Lady Voss wasted no time showing her true nature to poor Ella.
You will sleep in the attic, clean every room, cook every meal, and never complain.
Ella said nothing. She simply nodded and carried her small bag up the narrow attic stairs. The attic was cold and bare, just a straw mattress, 1 candle, and a tiny frosty window. Every morning before sunrise, Ella lit the fires, drew the water, and made breakfast for all. Anastasia and Drizella only complained about the food, the house, and poor Ella's dresses.
Why does she always look so cheerful?
It is simply too much to bear in the morning.
Ella simply smiled, set the teapot down gently, and went back to her work without a word. The garden was Ella's only comfort. There she could breathe, sing, and feel truly free. The birds always came to her. She talked to them as if they were old and trusted friends.
Good morning, little ones. I wonder, Det, do you ever dream of flying to faraway places?
Years passed. Ella grew into a young woman full of grace, warmth, and quiet strength inside. One bright morning, a royal herald arrived at every household in the kingdom with big news.
By royal command, His Majesty the King invites every young woman in the realm to the palace. A grand royal ball is to be held, so the prince may find a companion and future royal bride.
A ball at the palace.
Oh, I shall wear my finest silk and dance with the prince all evening.
Ella heard the news quietly from the doorway. Her heart lifted. Perhaps she could go too. That evening, Ella carefully approached Lady Voss in the parlor, hands clasped before her.
The invitation said every young woman in the kingdom may attend. Can I please go to the ball?
Lady Voss set her book down slowly and looked at Ella with eyes like cold, polished stones.
You may go thrack if you finish every task on this list before sunset, every single one.
Ella took the list, looked at it steadily, and simply said, I will try my best. Before sunrise the next day, Ella had already begun, scrubbing floors, washing windows bright. By mid-morning, her garden friends noticed she was working harder than ever and came to help.
Well, you all look very serious today. I could use a little help if you are offering it.
And help they did. The birds carried pins, chased dust, and made the whole house feel alive. By late afternoon, every task on the impossible list had been crossed off, every single one. Ella ran upstairs, heart beating fast. She pulled out her mother's old gown from the cedar chest. She had repaired it carefully over many months, adding ribbon trim, hand-stitching every seam. Ella came downstairs in her mother's gown, cheeks bright with hope, eyes full of quiet light. Anastasia stopped. Drizella stopped. Then both sisters burst into the most awful, cruel laughter.
That ribbon is mine! She took my ribbon! Give it here! You have no right to it!
Lady Voss entered and looked at the torn gown and Ella's face. She said nothing at all. Nothing. The front door closed. Carriages rolled away. Ella stood alone in the empty hallway, very still. Then, very quietly, she walked to the garden, sat down on the bench, and began to cry softly. Then something extraordinary happened. A warm golden light began to glow in the dark garden. The light swirled and spun, and from it stepped a plump and cheerful elderly woman with a wand.
Oh, my dear, tears on such a lovely face. Now calm. Your fairy godmother is here.
Ella stared at the cheerful woman, blinking slowly as she bewilderedly asked who she was.
Who am I? I am your fairy godmother. And tonight, my dear, we have work to do.
She tapped her wand and pointed at an old pumpkin in the garden. A golden glow surrounded it. Before their eyes, the old pumpkin grew and grew until a gleaming golden carriage stood there. Then white mice became fine horses, a lizard became a coachman, and geese became footmen. The fairy godmother turned to Ella with a wide, twinkling smile, announcing that it was finally her turn. A swirl of golden light wrapped around Ella, and her torn gown became something breathtaking. She wore a gown of midnight blue and silver, with soft glass slippers that caught every light. Ella touched her gown and laughed softly, amazed to find that it was truly real.
But listen carefully, my dear. The magic ends at midnight. At the last stroke, all returns normal. Before the last stroke of midnight, you must leave the ball. Do you understand me?
Ella nodded, pressed the godmother's hands warmly, then climbed into the magnificent golden coach. The golden carriage rolled forward, glittering like a moving star through the dark country roads. The royal palace blazed with light. Music and laughter floated out through every golden window. Inside, the grand ballroom was filled with color and candlelight and hundreds of dancing guests. Prince Dorian stood near the royal dais, looking somewhat tired of the formal evening already. His father, King Aldrich, nudged him with a broad elbow and a wide, knowing, delighted grin.
Go, dance, talk to someone. You look like a portrait, not a person. Go, my boy.
At that moment, the great doors of the ballroom opened, and everyone turned to look at once. There stood a young woman in midnight blue and silver, calm and bright as a clear winter star. Prince Dorian saw her immediately. He went completely still, as if the whole room had gone quiet. He crossed the ballroom floor, stepped past startled courtiers, and walked straight toward her.
Would you honor me with this dance?
They danced together all evening. He talked and she listened. She talked and he truly listened back. He asked her about herself, not her title or her family, but what she loved, what she dreamed.
I love gardens and birds and stars, and I believe that being kind costs nothing at all.
They shared stories of the gardens, of travel, of the people they hoped one day to help better. Ella was so completely, entirely happy that she forgot until she heard the first stroke begin.
Oh no, I am so sorry. I have to go. I must go right now. Forgive me.
She ran across the marble floor, her gown trailing behind her, glass slippers ringing on the stone.
Wait, Hass, please. Who are you? I do not even know your name!
Ella flew down the palace steps, 2, 3 at a time, the clock striking on. As her foot left the final step, one glass slipper slipped from her foot and stayed on the stair. The carriage rolled through the palace gates as the last stroke of midnight echoed through the air. By the road outside the palace gates, there sat a girl in a worn apron beside an old pumpkin. She held up the one remaining glass slipper. At the palace, Prince Dorian picked up the glass slipper from the steps.
I will find her. I do not know her name, but I know this slipper fits only one person in this kingdom.
The next morning, royal heralds rode through every street announcing the great slipper search. Every young woman in the land was to try the slipper. Whoever fitted would be found at last. Lady Voss heard the news, and her expression sharpened instantly. Her daughters would be ready.
Anastasia, Drizella, come down at once. Put on your finest shoes, now. This very instant.
Ella heard the commotion from the kitchen. She paused and looked down at her one glass slipper. A royal carriage arrived at the cottage. Prince Dorian himself had chosen to lead the search. Lady Voss opened the door herself and welcomed him with her most perfected smile of elegance. Anastasia sat first. She pushed and puffed, forcing her foot at the slipper with great determination. "It does not fit!" Drizella took her turn, pointing her long toes, straining until her face went red. Prince Dorian stood. "Is there anyone else in this household?" He asked it quietly.
Just the kitchen girl. She was not at the ball, Your Highness. She is nobody of consequence.
The royal decree says every young woman in the kingdom. I would like to speak with her, please.
Ella heard her name called. She smoothed her apron, tucked a strand of hair back, and came out. The moment she came through the door, Prince Dorian went very still. He recognized her at once. Ella sat in the chair. The footman approached with the glass slipper on its velvet cushion. The glass slipper slid onto Ella's foot as if it had been made for her, and it had been. It fit. Then Ella reached into her apron pocket and produced the matching glass slipper. Both were hers. He asked if she would come with him. Ella looked at him steadily, then at the house, then back at him. "Yes," she said. She said goodbye to the little birds in the garden. They fluttered and fussed as only birds can do. As for Lady Voss and the stepsisters, Ella looked at them with only kindness. The royal carriage carried them away under the bright morning sky toward the palace on the hill. The king welcomed Ella with open arms, literally. His hug lifted her feet clean off the ground.
Welcome, my dear. You are exactly the sort of young woman this palace has been missing.
In time, Ella and Prince Dorian grew to know each other truly in all the ways that matter most. She brought kindness to the palace. She listened to the people. The kingdom felt her goodness clearly. And on a beautiful spring morning, before all the kingdom, Ella and Prince Dorian were married. And they lived, not perfectly, because no one does, but happily and with courage and with kindness. And if you ever feel the world is unkind, remember Ella. Have courage and always be kind.